I think it's fair to say that while I have a lot of Mega Drive games, and I do indeed have a fair amount of Mega Drive games, Sonic and Knuckles down there, the Mega Drive is not my true love, and not even my first love. My first love comes over here with the N.Gage. The N.Gage, as I'm sure some of you will know, is the Nokia's attempt at a console. That's Ashen, a first-person shooter, which is a bit naff. So yeah, it was their attempt at a portable console with a phone built in. These were the cards, little MMC cards, nice and neat. Came in these snazzy silver boxes with a full manual. The notable thing with the N.Gage was that they had 3G, so you could play online, which was quite snazzy. Online gameplay wherever you go. They were, let me see, when's the date on this one? 2004, so probably early 2000s, which was pretty impressive. That was best part of what, 10 years, 14 years ago now. Asphalt is a racing game. As you can see, it's still sealed. I'm not sure you can see, but a lot of these are actually still sealed, almost like people didn't want to play them when it first came out, which is a shame. So this is a new one. You might notice that there's no barcode on the box until you get to the edge, and the barcode is there on the little whip strip, which I always thought was quite neat. It says pull there. Let me see, Asphalt 1. There was not that many games released. I think there were about 70 games released on the N.Gage. I have about 30 odd. So I'm getting there. My major problem is the games that are left are terribly expensive. This was a fairly recent purchase. Glimmerati, probably can't see there. Let me see if I can zoom in a bit. Yep, there we go, Glimmerati, terrible racing game. Quite expensive, £10 it cost. A couple of MLB Slams. They were about £3 each, but they were both sealed, so I couldn't say no. Operation Shadow, which I think is a Command & Conquer clone. Pathway to Glory, which is Call of Duty, I guess. Call of Duty, which is Call of Duty. Puyo Pop, which is my favourite version of Puyo Pop, actually. Simply because it's called Puyo Pop. Whereas all the others, I mean, the one on the Mega Drive is called Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. In Japan it was Puyo Pop, and indeed it was Super Puyo Puyo sometimes. Puzzle Bobble, because there can't be a console without Puzzle Bobble. The Sims, great. Worms, as if there's ever been a console without Worms. Tomb Raiders were actually quite impressive. Pandemonium, wherever that is, over here, is not actually that bad a platformer. But Super Monkey Ball is dreadful, simply because of the terrible frame rate. It's really awkward to play, really horrible to play. There is a Sonic on there as well, Sonic N. Sonic N is not too bad. And the other notable one is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, which is incredibly good for a handheld console, which is mainly a phone. So that was okay, a fairly brief one about the N.Gage. Certainly the N.Gage games and the N.Gage consoles, which are my main love. I would love to fill the collection, but there's one particular Warhammer game which is, I think, about £200, which I'll probably never get. So until next time, keep playing.